Hello, good afternoon. Today is grade 5, mission 3, lesson 14, word problem. Okay, gonna make a little bit bigger. Sounds good. Okay. For a large order, Mr. Magoo made 3/8 of kilogram of a fudge in his bakery. Then he got 1/6 of a kilogram from sister's bakery. His sister gave him that. If he needs a total of 1 kilogram and a half, 1.5 kilogram, how much more fudge does he need to make? So when you think about this, we can kind of make model. He get a little bit from his sister, 3/8 of a kilogram. Then he got 1.5. No, he needs 1/6. Sorry, 1/6. Okay, from his sister, 1/6 of kilogram. And then we need a F for a fudge and question mark. How much more he needs? That the whole total is going to be 1.5 kilograms of fudge. So when we do the math sentence, we can see, okay, 3/8 plus 1/6 plus F for a fudge must equals 1/2. That could be the, I think I needed to use a little more. 3/8 plus 1/6 plus F. And okay, so let's think about first this. See if that will work. If we find out the least common denominator for the half and 6 and 8, then we will collect that we can add these together. If we skip count by 8, we can say 8, 16, 24, and if we skip count by 6, 12, 18, 24. And then half, of course, that is 2 times 12 is 24. So definitely our least common denominator for 8, 2, and 6 is 24. If you don't believe me, you can also do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, and that is all three numbers are 2, 8, and 6. The least common denominator is 24. So by knowing this, 8 times 3, 1, 2, 3 is 24. So we will change 3/8 into 9 24ths plus 1/6. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4. Then we will have 4 24ths for 1/6 plus F. F would be some 24ths, but we don't know how many. Must equal 1/2 and times 12 will give us the half as a 24th. So that will be 12 24ths. So what we needed to have it's 1/2 and 12 24ths. If we add their pieces are the same size, now we are allowed to add them. So we can add 9/4 plus 9 24ths plus 4 24ths will give us 13 24ths. 13 24ths plus F must equal to 1 whole and 12/24. So when you think logically about this, you have a 13 12/24. You need to have a 12/24. So you have a 1/24 more than you need here. So there would be so thinking of that, here should be the 1/24 less than a whole in order to have this. So you can think about 1 and 12/24 minus 13/24, and then you will get that. Or you can think about, oh, I here have 1/24 extra, so here it will be the 23/24 that I will need it. So my guess here is that F is, let's see if that will work. So I'm thinking that 13/24 plus 23/24 will give me 1 whole and 12/24. So when we add 13 and 23, we will get 36/24. We will have, we'll do this here. So 36/24, and that is equals to 1 whole and 12/24. Because if we look 36/24, if we unbound this, this would be a 24/24, which is 1 whole, and then I will have the 12/24 left, which is at the half. So this is the half, 12/24, and this is the whole. So 36/24 is actually, so my guess was correct. The F is 23/24. But let's see if we can prove that answer in different ways. So when we see this, that all this has to be 1 whole and 1 half, we can also subtract 1 whole. When we change the pieces to be a 24th, we can say 1 and 12/24. Okay, 1 whole and 12/24 minus part and part makes a whole. So if we take whole and subtract from it part, we will get missing number. So 1 whole and 12/24 minus 13/24. So pieces are the same, so they're 24ths. I cannot do 12 minus 3. I cannot give you 13 pieces when I have 12. But I do have this whole, so I'm going to regroup the whole, and that will become 24 pieces, plus the 12 that I had before. I will change the whole into all pieces. Now I will have 36 pieces, and I will be able to subtract that. So if I say that this is 24/24 plus 12/24, that will give me 36/24. So 36/24 minus 13/24 is equal. So now I can subtract. Now I can give you 13 pieces when I have 36. When I have 36. So I'm going to, okay, let's think about, if you don't know how to subtract by brain, you can think, okay, 6 ones minus 3 ones is 3 ones, and 3 tenths minus 1 tenth is 2 tenths. and that would be a 23, but the pieces are 24ths. And now we prove our answer that F is 23 24ths. 23 24ths, and that was the initial, that was the missing number change unknown. Okay, so now we needed to rewrite this answer. If he needs total of 1.5 kilogram, how much more fudge does he need to make? So we can write our answer. He has to make 23 24ths kilogram of fat. He has to make 24ths kilogram of fat. And that is about 1 whole kilogram he needs to make. 23 24ths is just 1 24th less than a whole kilogram. And we can say about 1 kilogram of fudge he needs to make more. About 1 kilogram more. Okay, so that was the problem 1 word problem. And we read, we draw a picture, we calculate, and then we also write answer in words. Okay, next problem says this. I'm gonna make it more room for it. Hold on. Okay, sounds good. Okay, during lunch, Charlie, he drinks 2/3 cup of milk. Charlie. Then Allison drinks 3/8 cup of milk. Carmen drinks 1 1/6 cup of milk. So all these, Charlie, Allison, and Carmen, they drink milk for a lunch. Charlie did 2 3/4, and Allison did 3/8. And if this is Charlie, this is Allison, and Carmen is C. Carmen did 1 whole and 1/6 of it. So the question is, how much milk do 3 students drink all together? So we're going to use now vertical addition, which sometimes you can see that way as well. So our pieces are not the same. We have the 4ths, we have 8ths, and then we have 6ths. Let's see that my 6 are orange, for example. So no piece is the same size. So what do we need to find? The least common denominator for each of them. So for all 3 of them. So if I go and skip count by 4, I can go, hold on, need a little more room. Okay, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Let's see if it's 8. 8, 16, 24, and then 6, 12, 18, 24. So all 3 needed to be, they have a least common denominator 24. So we can change each fraction into the 24th size of a fraction. So 4 times 6 is 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times 6 is 24. And then 8 times 3, 1, 2, 3. 8 times 3 is going to give me a 24th. And then 6 times 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, will give me the same denominator. So now we all have the 24th size of the pieces. So we can rewrite that. It will be 2 wholes, and 3/4 becomes 3 times 6. You can use this because 1, 2, 3. 3 times 6 is 18. This is really good for students who do not know multiplication facts because this is multiplication chart in some way. So 3 times 6, 1, 2, 3. 3 times 6 is 18, and 4 times 6 is 24. 3 times 3 is 9. So, and then 3 times 8 is 24. 1 times 4 is 4, and 6 times 4 is 24. But I have here 1 whole. Okay. So when I underline now, I can add pieces because I had here 4 24ths, 18 24ths, 9 24ths. So I can add 18, 9, and 4. So 18 plus 9, if I take 1 from 9, 1 from 8 to make 10, that would be 17 plus 10. So that would be 27. 27 plus 4 is 31. So I will have 31 24ths. And 2 wholes plus 1 whole makes 3 wholes. That's how sometimes American use the vertical addition, so you have to be familiar with that. I usually do horizontal, which is for me much easier than this one. Okay, so anyway, I can do that too. Now you have 31 34ths. If you decompose, you know the 24 pieces makes a whole. Inside of 31, there is 24 pieces. So thinking about 31 minus 24, I have to regroup in order to subtract. So 11 minus 4 is 7. So 7 pieces will be left. So if I look this way to decompose, you have here 24 24ths, which makes 1 whole, and then 7 24ths. So final answer for this one would be, this is a whole. So 3 wholes plus 1 whole is 4 wholes and 7 24ths. That's how much the kids drink total of the milk. 4 whole cups and 7 24ths of a cup of the next cup. Okay, so that would be a vertical. If I go quickly, how would I do horizontally? It would be the same thing. Okay, if I have 2 wholes and 3/4 to add 3/8 and to add 1/6, I will change it into 24ths. Times 6 times 3 times 4. So I will get here 2 and 18 24ths plus 9 24ths plus 1 whole and 1 whole and 4 24ths. So if I add 2 plus 1, and I add 18/24 plus 9/24 plus 4/24. That will give me 3 wholes, and adding these together, they will make 31/24. So if I decompose this, I will have 3 wholes, 24/24 plus 7/24. And that will finally give me 4 wholes and 7/24. Okay, so that would be the your word problem about milk, how much kids have milk. So now I needed to find the other room to answer that. How much milk do the 3 students drink? So 3 students drink 3 and 3 4 whole cups and 7/24 cup of milk. Okay. 3 students drank 4 whole cups and 7/24 of next cup of milk. Okay. This was Mrs. Z. I hope you understand, and thank you for listening. Okay. Smaller. That was lesson 14, word problem, grade 5, module 3.